If you're like most people today, you're busting your ass to get by. And if you're thinking of getting a house today, best of luck. If you haven't noticed, the cost of living is out of control, and most people are living like a mouse on a wheel, chasing their cheese. Some people have opted for an alternative life, and van life is one option. On this vlog, we chew the fat on the cost of living, we delve into the possibilities of van life, and of course, we shred.
Hey legends.
What's going down?
Oh, not much, just chilling for a Saturday morning.
Saturday morning?
Oh, better than Monday morning, I'll tell you.
Yeah, absolutely. Big Daz, tell us your situation and how you find the cost of living.
Well, yeah, I might be a bit different to a lot of people, I guess, with my situation. I work full time, obviously, and I live on site where my job is, which is good and bad. The good thing is, I live by myself, so it's always going to be harder. But I rent a house off the people I work for, so my rents are a little bit cheaper, which is a God blessing. That helps, and save petrol. Because I would walk to work.
Yeah.
I pretty much don't use any petrol till the weekends, going surfing. That's when I'm enjoying myself. Yeah, groceries, I've noticed, last few years, things like even just snacks have, some of them have just gone up ridiculous prices. Being by myself, I do eat cheaply, like especially cooking dinner, because I'm by myself, and very rarely I cook big steaks and stuff like that, so I'll just have something quick and easy, like chicken snitties and chicken meals with some veggies, potato. Make a spaghetti bowl, and sometimes I'll still cook for two and take one to lunch the next day for work, or two dinners in a row. Sometimes it's good living on your own, but then you've really got to tighten the screws on things like leaving electricity on, being by yourself. You only got one income, so you're paying rent, electricity, even just things like Wi-Fi. Normally there's a couple of incomes to manage all that, but you're still doing all that off one income, so you've still got to be careful and tighten the screws here and there, and not get too carried away, but still try and have a quality lifestyle.
What about saving? Like, you'd be in a position where you could save.
Yeah.
Where you could save quite easily, but can you save?
Yes and no. Not like, I heard someone the other day saying something like they used to put away 500 a week, and now they can only put away 200 a week, and I'm like, how can you even do that? Like, I do try and put a little bit away, and I generally use that for going on a trip or a holiday, like we went down the south coast this year, so I've already got a little kitty going for that. And as a backup, that kitty is also there for an emergency, like if there's an issue with the car or something, so I can grab that if I have to. But as far as saving big money, like in the hundreds, living on your own, it's pretty much impossible. Even though, like, I'm fortunate to have the situation with the rent where I've got a good deal of the rent, and I don't have to use too much fuel, getting to work and that. It's still got to be careful. I can't save like the volume of money to save up for a house deposit, not at that level.
Not even you've got no plans at all to ever get a house?
No.
Impossible.
The way my situation at the moment, I'm better off renting.
Well, bro, chachos, another beautiful day in retirement.
feel like, especially everything started with the increase of houses, price of houses, rents start going up, and now even just groceries. Like I used to I used to pay groceries for a week like maybe less than $100, and today I always pay more than 100.
So do you have any dreams of getting a house?
I want to have a house, but with the prices right now, it's quite insane. It's like I'm not sure if that's the right move to do, especially because I'm single and I don't want to have all the weight of paying the house by myself. So I don't know. I think that's too much. I prefer to maybe think about traveling or doing other stuff.
Yeah. And you've also spoken of the possibility of moving into a van.
That would be one of the options. Obviously, there's a lot of challenges in thinking living in a van, but sometimes I feel like that could be an option for me.
Yeah.
Because I can work remotely.
Yes.
And I always wanted to travel around Australia, so that's one of the things I really want to do.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You still find the cost of living difficult?
It is difficult, yes. Because inflation kind of changed everything after COVID. Everything went up. My salary didn't jump that much in the last 2 or 3 years. I'm not earning as much as that jump in cost.
Yeah. And interest rates are going up.
Yeah.
And quite considerably. I think they went up about 3 to 4%.
Exactly. Yeah, I have friends that they are struggling to pay the house at the moment because of that. Because the interest rates went up and they have kids and, they earn good incomes, but they have too many expenses. So that's not a good combination. There's a lot of challenges for everyone.
So, Graeme, you know a fair bit about the cost of living and the dramas. Give us your sort of take on how it is.
Well, it's like this. At the moment, luckily, I have a reasonable sized house because I still have 3 adult boys The youngest one's 20, oldest one's 25. One's got a girlfriend there who's living between our place and her parents' place. And she was renting, incidentally, prior to that, and it was $300 a week for a room in a friend's place. So
wow.
she's moved out, but those three boys haven't got a prospect of getting a house or you know, they're trying to get some savings together, but it's a bit futile, so we're supporting them at the moment. I have a daughter that 2 years ago we talked her into buying a house, and they're going all right. They're going all right, but they're working like serious hours, the pair of them. They cannot contemplate having a baby at the moment because there's not enough support there for her to have a baby, and she's 30, so she's in the area where she needs to have a kid, you know. Yeah, the pair of them, they're struggling. Most of their money's going into their mortgage, so any relief that comes through is an absolute pleasure for them. So they can go out somewhere and have a coffee, you know. Whereas otherwise they're just scrimping and saving.
And they're both working?
Yeah, they're both seriously working, you know, like weekends and all. So,
I got it, young fella. Well, bro chachos, I suppose the wash up of this video is the cost of living is ridiculous. It's completely out of control, and young people these days have got it so hard. We had it a lot easier when we were young, way easier, maybe twice as easy. It's becoming more and more prevalent these days, van life, because of the cost of living. And living out of a van, you may have to do without a few things, but the savings you could make and the freedom you feel certainly is worth it. But, you know, my take on van life is, if I had to do it, I definitely could, 100%, if I had no choice. But even so, it's a pretty good lifestyle. You can pull up anywhere and live. I've got to turn this video around because there's a water monitor just in front of me, so check this out. So definitely, van life could be an option if you're single and if you're struggling a little bit. If you can get yourself a full-time job, or if you've already got a full-time job, living in a van is a very, very good option. And you'd find locations, beautiful locations where you can pull up and camp and sleep and maybe kill a morning or an afternoon, go to the beach, go to the lake. So yeah, don't underestimate van life if you're doing it a bit tough, because it's a fantastic option. And as I said, my van, well, she's probably around about 20-ish thousand. Nothing wrong with that old girl. She'll get you around, reliable, and just a whole heap of fun. You know, something like that could easily be your home. No problems at all. You could live in that, save yourself an absolute stack of money, and have the freedom of just pulling up wherever you want, sleeping kind of wherever you want. And look at this luxury, bro, charchos. Look at that. Hey, okay, a little bit cramped, but come on. I got all me golf gear. I got me boogie boards. I got me bike. I got me fridge. I got me little kitchenette here. I got the cabin. I got me pop top so I can stand in it. I got the awning, which you probably haven't seen out much. I've got my little garage there, chock-a block full of stuff. I've got water. You can definitely get into van life. It's not expensive. And the other thing is too, if you if you really aren't interested in getting a house, you can travel Australia in a van, get a job here and there. Yeah, have a great life. So van life gives you a lot of freedom, gives you a lot of opportunity to live an alternative life. And you don't have to get stuck in the rut, because when I was a young fella, you know, it was all about work, marriage, children. Nothing wrong with that, but you know, this day and age, people are opting for other things. They're not getting married, they're not having children, mainly because of the struggles financially. So anyway, bro charchos, I'm going to sign off because I've been it's been a fairly big vlog, this one. I've spoken to a few people, had a couple of surfs, and anyway, something a little different because the surf hasn't been great, so I thought I'd do a vlog. Anyway, thanks for hanging. I'm going to hit the road, going to head home, put this video together and get it up for you, bro charchos. Adios, amigos.